Good afternoon, Sophia. Thank you for coming into my office to speak with me today. I wanted to talk to you about a recurring issue that I have noticed for the past couple of weeks. In the beginning of the season, I had a previous conversation with you regarding your tardiness to work in the mornings, and after this conversation, I've noticed that there's been no change in your behavior, and you've been coming into work between the hours of 7:30 and 8 a.m. when your agreed upon start hours is 7 a.m. Not only has this tardiness given you a late start to the workday, but it's had a negative impact on your work, and has led you to miss the morning office meetings going over patient status and updates. Coming in late has caused you to be disorderly when you start your nursing shift, and you have been making errors when writing up patient reports and can put a patient at serious risk. You have also received a complaint from the night nurse that she's been forced to stay later to wait for your arrival when she's already worked a 12-hour shift. What's your view of this problem, and what is the reasoning behind you constantly being late for work?
My husband just recently got a new job, so now I have to put my children on the bus in the morning by 6:45. Not only do I have to rush around to get the kids ready, along with myself in the mornings, but after I put them on the bus, I get stuck in traffic on my way to work.
I see how this has caused an issue, but since this has been a reoccurring over the last few weeks, how do you see yourself fixing this problem to be on time to work?
I think that I'm going to look into dropping my kids off at the early morning program at their school that is provided for children with parents who work during the morning hours. If I drop them off at this program by 6:30 in the morning, this will give me an extra 15 minutes to get to work, along with beating morning traffic.
I think that sounds like a great idea. I expect you to give yourself enough time in the morning to be on time for work at 7 a.m. from now on.
Yes, I understand.
Starting this upcoming Monday, I would like you to leave your time card on my desk before you leave so I can monitor and see that there is more effort being made by you to be at work on time.
Okay, I'll remember to do that.
And since this has been a reoccurring issue, I need to file a written warning. If there's no change in your behavior, meaning you continue being late for work, and do not remember to leave your time card on my desk after your shifts, further action will be required, even possibility for termination. I'd like to meet with you again in 2 weeks to go over your time cards and progress to ensure that things are going smoothly.
I understand. I'll start looking into the morning care program at my children's school over the weekend to make arrangements for morning drop-offs starting on Monday. I'll also be sure to give you my time card starting Monday afternoon.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for coming in today, Sophia. I expect to see some positive changes.
Hi, Jim. How about you come into my office so we could talk about your recent tardiness?
Hi, Sophia. I know this has become a pattern. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience.
I know, Jim, and I'm happy you realize that this behavior isn't okay. When you first began working here, we discussed that the very strict clock-in time here at the company, and you agreed with those rules. Don't you know that every time you clock in a minute late, you lose a point? At this rate, you've lost many points, and it seems as though you don't care anymore.
You're right. We did talk about this when I was hired.
If you continue losing points, it is going to affect your pay and possibly even how often you're scheduled. In addition, your tardiness affects your coworkers, as they are now stuck taking care of your morning responsibilities. They're not happy.
I had no idea they were picking up my slack. I feel awful. I know that this is something that I need to change, and it's been so difficult for me to get my kids to school and then for me to make it to work on time.
So do you think that that's the reason you're late? Tell me more about your situation and what you think is causing the issue.
Well, like I said, I have to get my kids dressed and off to school in the morning. My wife works earlier shift, so I'm only home to get them ready. It can be really difficult to get all three of them out the door, and generally that's why I'm always late here.
I understand your position, but maybe you could find a solution. What do you think you could do in order to resolve the issue?
Well, first off, I should probably be getting them up earlier and not allowing them to watch TV before I get ready. I think that we all procrastinate a little too much in the house, and that's why my family usually runs late in general.
I think that's a good idea, and definitely something you need to try. In addition, I think it would be a good idea to talk to your coworkers and apologize for your behavior. This way, no one has any hard feelings, and we can keep a healthy work environment around here.
I totally agree with you, Sophia. I think that's a good idea.
One more thing, Jim. We do have to talk about the steps of this corrective action plan. We are going to have a follow-up meeting in a week to see if things have improved after implementing the solutions you've come up with. If it has improved, we will have another meeting in a month. If things have not improved, I will need to write you up and give the information to HR. They will decide whether they feel you should be suspended or not.
I understand. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay, great. I will type this plan up and have you sign it so that we have a reference of the conversation. Now, I'll just put it in your employee file and you could be on your way. Have a great day today.
Thank you. Hey Matt, can you come into my office to talk with me when you get a chance?
Sure, Tom, no problem.
Tom, it's come to my attention that you're not fulfilling all your responsibilities at work here. You're late to work in the morning and leave early in the afternoon. Your supervisor tells me that you're also not getting along with your coworkers. What's the matter?
Ever since I moved, I've been getting less and less sleep, and my newborn keeps me up all night, and I'm very exhausted.
I understand, Tom. I'm a father of 4 great children. I remember when they used to keep me up too. I want you to know that your performance at work recently has been subpar. You work in a team with a few other people, and they're upset because you haven't been working as hard recently. It's caused me to have to do a lot more work, and it's caused my job to get harder too. Do you kind of see where I'm coming from?
Honestly, I didn't know that this has affected me this much.
How do you think your relationship has been with your coworkers? Do you think you can improve on the situation going forward?
I think it's been good. They have gotten mad at me recently, and yes, I think if I talk it out with them, we can get on the same page, and hopefully the situation will improve.
I think that's a good idea. I also would like you to make sure that you come to work on time and also leave at the appropriate hours.
Yes, I'll be sure to make sure I clock in and out at the right times.
Alright, so if you can work better with your coworkers and make sure you come to work, I still believe you can be a really valued part of this business.
That sounds like a good plan. Thank you for talking with me.
Is there any way we can do a follow-up meeting on the 30th of this month?
Sure, not a problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.